My theorist was John Dewey. John Dewey was born October 20th, 1859 in Burlington, Vermont to Archibald and Lucina. He was one of 4 sons of the family. John attended Burlington Public Schools and then later on went to the University of Vermont where he studied philosophy. He was only 15 when he enrolled and graduated 4 years later, second in his class. After graduation, he landed his first teaching job at seminary in Oil City, Pennsylvania. Later on, John attended Johns Hopkins University and received a doctorate in philosophy and psychology. This is also where he met 2 of the biggest influencers on his life, George Sylvester Morris and Stanley Hall. After graduating from Johns Hopkins University, John taught at the University of Michigan, the University of Minnesota, the University of Chicago, before landing at Columbia. This is where he eventually retired from the teaching profession in 1930. John died June 1st, 1952, in New York, New York. A summary of his main idea / theory, Dewey was a strong proponent for progressive education reform. He believed that human beings learn through a hands-on approach. Dewey also believed that a universal education was key to teaching people how to abandon their own habits and think creatively. The way that Dewey's concepts and ideas affect us in teaching young children today, he believed that education should be based on the principle of learning through doing. He believed that education and learning are social and interactive experiences. Dewey believed that students should be able to interact with the curriculum, and every student should have the opportunity to take part in their own learning, and this is the type of setting in which he thought students would thrive. So, in today's classroom, I'll give 2 scenarios that could happen, and then I'll tell you which one Dewey would approve based on his philosophy. So scenario 1 is a classroom where I have a teacher who gives a lesson on background information, but then lets students work into groups and explore concepts within the context and also beyond the context. Scenario 2 would be a classroom where a teacher would stand in front of a group of students, all sitting in rows. The teacher teaches the information, and then the only job of the student is to receive that information and then be tested in a form of a written test. Dewey would definitely approve of scenario 1 because in this scenario, the students do get the background information from the teacher, but then they have a chance to go beyond what just the teacher is teaching them. They get to explore new ideas with their partners or the group members, so that's the social interaction, and then they just have a chance to explore and take that curriculum and run with it a little bit. Dewey also has affected us. In 1984, he started an experimental elementary school. He also, in 1919, co-founded the New School for Social Research. Dewey has published over 1,000 pieces of writing during his lifetime. So Dewey, although he died in 1952, you can still see his ideas and theories in the classroom today.